Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by ABC Quality and the South Carolina Department of Social Services. Hi guys, welcome to Living Local Carolina. Today I am in the studio with Aaron and Tammy, and we are talking about ABC Quality. We need to tell everybody what this is because I didn't know about this program until I met you guys. So Aaron, you are an assessor for the ABC Quality program.
I am, yes. So ABC Quality is a statewide program, and we go into childcare facilities and we work directly with teachers and directors. ABC Quality is a voluntary program that childcare providers choose to participate in. And then once they choose to participate in the quality system, they're able to accept the South Carolina scholarships.
Okay, so what are some specifics that parents need to know about ABC Quality?
So some of the specific things that parents probably need to know is that ABC Quality is exactly what that is. ABC Quality expects higher quality from child care providers. So when parents are going into an ABC Quality Center, they need to know what to look for in the classroom as far as the activities that their children are participating in and the interactions that the teachers are having with their children, as well as the environment that they're in, both indoors and outdoors.
And I'm so happy that we have Tammy here with us today because your child is in an ABC Quality program, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What program are they in?
She's in the ABC program at CDM Childcare.
All right. So tell me, what are some of the differences that you've seen or some of the benefits?
Well, some of the differences I've seen in my daughter since she's been at CDM, her speech. She's a COVID baby, and she's always around her sisters, so her vocabulary is much larger.
Wow.
Writing and identifying all letters and numbers. So she's doing very well.
How old is she now?
She's 5.
Wow. Okay. So she's moving on. That's in the world.
She is.
Well, what would you say to a parent that maybe wants to put their kid in an ABC Quality program, but they haven't gotten there yet?
To be transparent, get them in there. It's a great program. Your child will not fail.
All right. I'd love to hear it. Is there anything else that you think that parents need to know about these programs and about how it works?
So parents, there is a qualification to be able to qualify to get that South Carolina scholarship. So definitely go online and find that application. And then you're able to search online at abcquality.org to find a provider that's in your area. So you can just type in your zip code once you get online, and then it'll give you all of the centers that participate with ABC Quality that are in your area, and it also will list their quality level.
How many programs are actually qualified as ABC Quality?
So in order to participate in the quality system, a child care facility does have to be licensed. So about 67% of all licensed programs throughout the state of South Carolina choose to participate with ABC Quality. That's actually a much higher number. In the past, we have grown about 33% just in the last 5 years in our participation. So since 2020, we have had an influx of childcare providers that have chosen to participate in the quality system.
That is amazing. Yeah. I'm so glad to hear that. Well, Aaron, Tammy, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you.
Where can our viewers go to learn more information about ABC Quality?
So you want to go to abcquality.org to learn more about ABC Quality and what you can expect to see in a quality program.
This portion of Living Local Carolina was sponsored by ABC Quality and the South Carolina Department of Social Services.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by A&I Fire and Water Restoration. Hey guys, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. Today I am in the studio with my new friend Todd from A&I. How are you doing?
Thank you for having me. Doing great. It's been a beautiful day so far, and kind of summer's winding down, unfortunately, but here we are. Kids are back in school, so that's always a positive.
I was going to say that's what we're going to talk about today. Hurricane season is upon us, and you guys do fire and water restoration.
We do, and so I'm with A&I Fire and Water Restoration, headquartered here in Myrtle Beach, and so we specialize in disaster restoration. And we've been around since 1974. So last year we celebrated our 50th anniversary. And over those years we've had the opportunity to grow. And we have an office in Charleston and Florence, South Carolina, as well as Wilmington. So 4 total offices, obviously right here on the coast and right here in Myrtle Beach.
Well, can you kind of tell me the story about, your core values, what you guys are all about?
Sure, I can. And so back in '74, we had 2 gentlemen, Danny and Billy, who started the company. And the same values that they started then and what we carry now, which is basically doing the right thing. And so we try to get engaged in our community and what we do, and so try to stand behind it. And I always tell people we try to provide a perfect service. But at the end of the day, sometimes we're not perfect. And if we ever make a mistake, we own it, and it always seems to bode well for us. Get engaged in the community and doing the right thing. And our services are really primary in disaster restoration. And so you think about everything from a house having a flood, or a dishwasher leaking, or a toilet overflowing, or example I always like to give, if a car runs through a building, typically insurance is involved, right? And so we specialize in insurance restoration work, help work with the homeowners or business owners insurance, and help work our way through the claims process, and we'll just take everything from start to finish from putting it back together. And so we are a full service general contractor, and we just do disaster restoration. And so everything that you would have a need in your home or business, we can usually take care of it for you from A to Z.
I was going to say, when people are giving you guys a call, it's not always the best day of their life.
No. We're definitely find people with their worst days, and so something we always talk about a lot at work is about being compassionate. Obviously, we see disasters every day, but if your home had an issue, and it's a major event for you, and we may be minor for us at times, but for you, your world's upside down, you've been displaced, or say you lost your kitchen cabinets or something, you're damaged to your home or your property. And so we try to come in and try to be a voice of reason, hopefully a little bit of calm, but also you can make one phone call and we can turnkey everything for you, hopefully make your life a little bit easier when it's all said and done.
Yeah, that's definitely reassuring to know as a homeowner. But looking forward to hurricane season, are there any things that you think people need to know? I mean, you've been in this biz for a long time. 100%.
It's always one of the things I do a lot of presentations for hurricane season. Notice it's going to be an active hurricane season. To me, that really doesn't mean a whole lot. It only takes one, right? Around here, it takes one. And we have so many people that move to our area, and sometimes I think they're a little bit numb to it, and I think they need to be, these things are real when they happen. And so having a plan prior to, instead of waiting until, hey, 3 days out, what are we going to do? Understanding that you have a plan from your pharmaceuticals, as far as your medicine with your doctors, your pets, outside, lawn furniture, all the things you can do to try to prepare for this hurricane instead of waiting to the last minute. Our infrastructure with our roads here, and so a lot of people, I think, tend to wait to the last minute, unfortunately, for their plan. But I'd have a conversation with your insurance agent, understanding what your policy says, understanding your deductible, what's involved from an insurance claim standpoint, and having a plan post-hurricane. If something does happen and something hits our area and your home or business is impacted, what do I do next? Who do I make that phone call? Whether you're calling somebody like A&I, you're going to call your insurance agent, but making sure you have a plan when something does happen.
Okay, well, let's say something does unfortunately happen. How can our viewers get in contact with you guys and give you a call?
Absolutely. Our number's 24/7, 365. You call our local number, 843-448-8485. And like I said, you get a live person every time, and we understand which crews to dispatch and hopefully answer all your questions and make any problems that you may have or your catastrophe, make it a little bit easier for you.
You guys have a website?
We do, yeah. www.ai-restoration.com.
This portion of Living Local Carolina was sponsored by A&I Fire and Water Restoration. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. We know how stressful it is sometimes when you want to take your dog to the vet or really anywhere sometimes.
It's true.
What are some ways that dogs can relax before going to these places?
Great question. So what I like to say is you need to prepare your dog before you get to the point you need to take your dog. So it's that pre-planning that you need to do. If you wait and try to train your dog when they're in the midst of that stress, you're going to fail every single time. So go ahead and train it beforehand. If you're getting a brand new puppy, start out by rubbing your dog all over their body. Start with their feet, rub their ears, put your fingers along their mouth, rub down their back legs, rub their belly, play with their tail. You want them to be so accustomed to being touched that when the vet or a groomer gets a hold of them, that they just think it's just what's supposed to happen. They have no stress about that. Dogs tend to be a little bit ticklish in between their toes, so really try to go in between their toes, play with their nails, things like that, that will make it a lot easier for them to handle being able to go to the vet or to a groomer. Another thing you can do is, your vets usually don't mind, and groomers are the same way. Take your dog into them and then turn around and walk back out. So that way they can just get the feel of going in. There is very low stress, and then we're going to turn around and walk back out. Okay? Practice. Your vets will even allow you to put them on the scale so they can get used to just practicing getting on the scale and then turning around and walking back out the door. So little things you can do like that to prepare are always beneficial for them.
See, this is why it's so good to talk to you, because you are a professional dog trainer, right?
Yes, correct.
So you know all those little tips and tricks, and really this is just about making your dog feel more comfortable too a lot of the time.
Practice, yes.
I love it. All right, well, if somebody's watching right now and they want to get in contact with you, want to learn some more tips, where can they go?
Yes, you can contact us at myrtlebeachdogtrainers.com.
This story is sponsored by Seaside Furniture Gallery and Accents. We are very comfy and cozy today on Living Local Carolina. I am at Seaside Furniture Gallery and Accents, and I'm joined once again by Kent. Thanks for having me back here.
Thanks for coming, appreciate it.
It looks very different than the last time I was in here.
Yeah, we're moving the showroom, so we're very excited about the change that's going on here at Seaside. Hey, it's 30,000 square feet, folks, so there's a lot of furniture to be moved around, and we've done so, and it looks fantastic. I hope you come out and see it.
They definitely should. There's pretty much something for everyone here, whether you need a lamp or a rug. There's also a lot of fun stuff that you can decorate with.
Absolutely, yeah. We have a lot of lamps, pictures, and accessories on the showroom floor. You know, when you have that much square footage, it's really a lot to look at. And of course, we have the living room, dining room, bedrooms, outdoor furniture. This time of year, fireplaces, recliners, those are the things that we carry a lot of, so every price point too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And tell me a little bit about y'all's history, how long you've been around.
Well, we've been around since 2001. We've been in this location, the main showroom and mattress gallery, since 2022. But prior to that, we were at the North Myrtle Beach store, which is still open, and that was in 2006 that we moved there.
All right, so for somebody that has not had the pleasure of coming by here yet, what all do you guys offer here at Seaside?
Yeah, well, like I said, we offer every furniture item that you could possibly think of. We have a great design team and also sales team. They've been around for 30 plus years selling furniture. So yeah, we have a wonderful selection here, and you can buy right off the showroom floor. You can take it home that day if you want to, or schedule it for the next day.
And what do you suggest whenever people want to make a purchase here? Should they just come look around, or should they make an appointment with one of you guys? How does that work?
Right, so they can call and make an appointment with one of our designers, but typically if they just walk in, we have enough coverage or staff that we can handle it. And what we ask, if they have a brand new home, bring the floor plans if you have it, bring your floor sample if you have it, or, you know, I always say bring your favorite picture and wear your favorite outfit, because those are going to be telling signs as to what colors you like.
This story is sponsored by Seaside Furniture Gallery and Accents.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, today we're going to learn some stuff. I'm joined by money coach Dana Wolf. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. You're going to talk to me about the major components of a healthy financial plan today.
Correct.
What are they? Where do
Good
we
question.
begin?
Good question, Katie. So there are 4 things that you really need to know about your financial health. I mean, we all go to the doctors once a year for a regular checkup, right? So we need to check our financial health as well. So we need to start off with the question, do we have a financial plan? Do we have a monthly plan like a budget? Do you have an estate plan like your wills and things like that? That's all part of your financial life. You're going to be dealing with money from the day you're born until the day you die. So having that estate plan, having a financial plan, do we need a debt reduction plan because we're in debt and we have goals that we want to meet? Do we have a tax reduction plan because we owe the IRS money or the South Carolina money, right? So that's the first section. The second section goes into what I want to call the funding, the things that we're going to fund in the future, all right? So we need to fund college education for our children. Maybe we need a wedding fund. Maybe we have some long-term goals like retiring at the age of 55, and so we want to fund our retirement. So that's another segment of your financial life. The third section would be more along the lines of legacy building.
Okay.
Are we teaching our children about finances? Because that's a huge one, okay? Are we teaching our children about our finances? Are we giving our financial wealth and building a community that we're leaving a legacy, where we're using our money for the good? So those are the first 3. And then the fourth thing is insurance. There are so many different types of insurance out there, and you really have to ask yourself, do I have the right insurance? Do I need insurance? Do I have homeowners or auto, renters? Do I have life insurance? Do I have health insurance, disability insurance, long-term care insurance? And there's so many out there that you really have to look at them each year and say, do I have the right coverage? Do I need more coverage? Things of that nature. So there's 4 different little pots, okay? So we've got our planning for the future pot, where we're funding things for the future. We have our now pot, and then we have our legacy pot, and then the insurances that we need to make sure that we're covered.
And you were saying this sort of thing, you should do a little checkup every
You
year.
do.
How do you do that?
It's the same way with going to your doctor, right? So at the first of the year, you might look back and say to yourself, where did my money go? Or you may do that on April 15th when you're doing your taxes, right?
Yep.
But pick a time of the year. When it comes to insurance, for example, if you know your registration is due in June and your insurance is due in June, you want to start looking 30, 60 days prior to that at your automobile insurance. Do you have the right coverage? Maybe we want to change our coverage because we have an emergency fund, and so we can change our deductible, get a lower premium if we're looking at it. Anytime there is a life change in your family, if you have a new child, if you get married, if you move, as you're turning 65, there are different things when it comes to health insurance that you have to be, paying attention to. So it has to be something that works for your schedule. Don't try to look at your finances the day before you go on vacation. But pick something, whether it's the first of the year so that you can take a look back and you can say, oh, this is where I was, this is where I want to be this year. Maybe it's over a long holiday weekend where you're just sitting around and you're like, okay, July is almost over. I got 6 months to the end of the year. Where am I? Am I meeting my goals? Do I need to change things? Do I need to change my plan? And when it comes to teaching our children, that's an everyday thing that has to happen all the time.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.